companies would say, which is, I don't know enough on with respect to my ICP, right? So you have to, now this is a typical ICP document, right? Now, what you see here is, now I'm not saying that this is the best of examples. This is just an example to tell you that, okay, yes, these are the things that should be captured in a ICP document. So the one of the important thing is the challenges, okay, and we look at how we can use some AI tools to zero down on the challenges, but understanding the challenges of your audience is very important. Now this is an example of, say, if you develop Shopify extensions, or basically if you have some services for e-commerce companies, integration kind of services for small e-commerce companies who have a difficulty with respect to reporting, right? You need to understand what is the exact challenge that they are facing, and like when is the challenge with respect to inventory management or forecasting, is the challenge with respect to integration. And it's always good to prioritize, because on the digital medium, you don't get a lot of opportunity, right? When you are in, like, see, if you are face to face, you can explain a lot of things about what you do. But when you are sending mails, when you are sending LinkedIn messages, when you're putting in comments on LinkedIn, either from your company profile or your top management is doing it, you get very limited. Like you have very few chances. So if you prioritize what the challenges are, in this case, after like researching, we found out that yes, integration with multiple marketplaces was the top challenge, right? More than yes, it's AI. Like a lot of people are talking about AI enabled prediction today, but that is still, like, technology there is not yet up to the mark. The first people are still in that zone where they are not able to get all the marketplace data and in one screen, right? So that becomes your top challenge, and that becomes the plank on which all your communication should be if you are targeting small retail companies in the US, right? So this is one part where you need to kind of dig in and research. The other part, which I feel people tend to take a little lightly, is this: why should they choose us? So you, in any kind of communication here, right? You typically start with, okay, hey, we know what you're going through. This is your challenge, and this is the reason why you need to respond to us. Now that this is the reason why you need to respond to us is not taken light is taken very lightly by a lot of IT companies that I talk to, and so the best way to do that is to look at your case studies, look at your past experience, and see which is the industry where you have the maximum experience when it comes to client reviews, client discussions. What kind of clients have really liked what you have done, in terms of skill sets. What is it that has what is the majority of your skill set look. Based on that, you should craft this, and you should see, typically we take for this entire ICP, like, research, and we typically it takes 3 weeks. It takes 3-4 weeks, and it's not a problem where you can just have like a large team. Like, okay, you can't say, okay, I want to finish this in 3-4 days, so let's have 10 people doing it. It doesn't work that way. I mean, all of us are in IT. We know that a requirement analysis document takes some time, because new things keep on coming, and you need to look at it, you need to rework, go back to the drawing board. Similarly, ICP research takes 3 weeks at least, because you discover new things, you talk to the client, you look at new research, and there is a lot of research now potential with respect comes to. I'm going to be talking about the AI tools. I want to I'll kind of accelerate slightly now, since I have 10 ideas and some bonus 3 or 4 more. But yeah, so that is what. Okay, so one is researching on the accounts, the kind of companies that you want to reach out to. The other is the decision maker, right? This is like, I mean, you'll find such persona examples online, but I want to focus on two things. One is the challenges, right? So of this person, right? You could be talking at the business owner, you could be talking at the marketing head, manufacturing, sales head, whatever it is. You should know what the typical challenges are. And so, for example, I'm just trying to, yeah. So, for example, you can see this point called very modest budget prefers do it yourself. Okay, we are in the age of like, all IT companies need to seriously think about AI solution sales, right? So in that context, do it yourself becomes very important, because if you allow the person to actually do like a quick quick demo by yourself becomes very important. People don't want to talk to salespeople. People don't want to respond to emails. They want to just try it out yourself. And AI and the kind of AI tools which are coming in the market are encouraging that mindset. So as IT companies, we need to, if you're looking at international markets, see, the challenge is that, how do you fit into the culture of someone who's reading your content, right? And the best way to solve it is that don't get into that whole task of, of course, you have to build some content, but if you have these tools by which a person can just try out the software or what your solution entails. Or you could have, if you're looking at any kind of like a chatbot development, you could have a ROI calculator, help the person estimate the cost of building, of integrating the chatbot internally, right? So those are things which are going to be very helpful. The other is the personal motivations, of the person, and the reason for that is, I was told this by my very first boss, that whoever you are talking to, you should make that person look good in front of the manager. And it's very important. And that will happen if you support him during the research process with the right kind of collateral. Like if you are a SAP implementation services company, right? You need to provide this person with the right kind of material so he can present it to his management that SAP is the best choice, right? It has to start at that. So you have to understand the world of that person in the office, right? And these are the things which this is the reason why it takes time, researching on the accounts, researching on the people.